Hi, my name's Suzanne Nguyen. I'm a story collector and artist, and one of the stories that I discovered reveals a dark racial secret about Australia. And because of that, I decided to do an artwork based on the stamp that I discovered and called it the Two Chairs. And that's what I've been recently decided to do a crowdfunding project with it as well.
What were your goals for the crowdfunding project?
What was the goals?
Yeah.
So we joined Start Some Good, and we actually decided to participate in the Changemaker festival and participate in the challenge they set out. And so we set out to raise at least $2,000 to do the projects that we want to do, which include set up a website and create a short story book and create a Vox box based in Melbourne as well. So it's doing two places, one in Sydney and one in Melbourne.
Did you meet your goals?
Yes, we created $2,000 and we won the challenge as well. So we had the most supporters, so we won 1,000 on top of it as well.
What sort of
reward tiers?
Yeah.
The most successful reward tiers are depending on how much you want to do. If you have micro grants about $1,000 to $2,000, then you have $5, $10, $35, $50 to $100, and these are the most successful and popular pledges and things. You should at least have 7 tiers of rewards, so people could have variety and choices, and have a high-end tier, so you have one for the sponsors as well.
And what sort of rewards did you offer for this campaign?
If I had to give advice to other people, it'd be dependent on their project. Because we're doing a book, short story book, we offered PDF copy, hard copy, and I think our most popular ones is a t-shirt, because we had a really awesome graphic designer, graphic artist based in Melbourne to do our t-shirt, so that's what we did.
What would you have done differently from the experience?
We only decided 2 days beforehand to say, let's do it, because I'd done it before, so it wasn't really a drama for me. But if I had to do it all over again, at least would have a month's worth of planning and time really to do it, and even set it out more like a scheduled campaign, because it's the back work that's really important and things, and set out the reward systems. Even though the Start Some Good said that we were actually had a really successful campaign, they really loved our campaign, especially after, and we released our cartoon, our awesome super cute cartoon earlier, because once we really did our cartoon, we had a lot of people, it's like, oh, is that why it's called the Two Chairs? So you have to watch our cartoon.
How would you convince someone to sort of buy as soon as possible?
The art of not asking is the hard one. You have to before your campaign, it's always good to let people know what you're doing, so you plant seeds in their heads. And then when it's following up as well, it's being persistent and saying, because people forget, so you also do call of actions, like say, hey, Amy, this is my project, this is what I'm doing. I'd love for you to support. Here's my link. I hope you could support me and things. And then they're probably like, okay, don't remind me to do it. Then when you follow up, it's like, hey, it's only about a week left and I have $1,000 to go. I would love to have your support. Here's a link. So it's always about the call to action as well.
Do you focus on certain target groups or anything like that?
Knowing your audience is a very important thing, because then they connect with your story. If a strategy for any crowdfunders is to have a story in place, they're actually supporting you, not the project itself. That's what I like to say.
What advice would you give?
Plan. Have 5 people pledge at the start of the thing, so it has good momentum, and be persistent in asking for your pledges, because people forget, and that's one of the things that you shouldn't be afraid to ask, because people generally believe in your passion. So if your passion shows, people would actually help out and want to support your project and things. You shouldn't be scared to ask.
You were talking about the team in Melbourne.
Okay, I just set up a team in Melbourne, because it's just what started off as an art project has now grown into a social impact project. And before I left to Sydney, I set up a team in Melbourne. Their names are Dan and Jamal, and I had some experience in doing other crowdfunding campaigns already, and successfully completed all 3 of them, including the ones that I just finished now. And I did the back work already, and I already had like my own followings. They had some troubles because they didn't forewarn their team, their friends and things like that. So it was easy for me to raise the funds, just say, hey, this is my project, this is our new fundraising campaign, can you put some money in? And that's what I did. The others actually had a little bit of a harder time because for them, they didn't even introduce the project to them. I just kind of chucked them in the deep end. So it was interesting in that aspect, and we did build up, the main goal of this crowdfunding campaign was to build up a community, or for people to know about our projects and let people know about it and participate by sharing their stories, or finding other contributors as well, like writers, illustrators, anyone who's creative or anything like that, and to help spread out the message of the 2 chairs.